Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Action of underground water. Underground water is the water that sinks into the ground, that is, the water that enters the rocks. Water can enter rocks in two ways. 1. Through the spaces called pore spaces, and 2. Through the joints or faults in a rock. Classification of rocks based on the ability of water to pass or based on the ability to allow water to pass. 1. Porous rock. This is a rock which has pore spaces into which water can enter or infiltrate. Example, sandstone. 2. Pervious rock. This is a rock which has joints or faults into which water can enter or infiltrate. Example, granite. 3. Permeable rock. This is a rock which enables water to pass through it. Example, sandstone. 4. Impermeable rock. This is a rock which does not allow water to pass through it. Example, clay. Water table. Water passes through the ground or rocks and moves downward under the force of gravity until it reaches an impermeable layer of rock through which it cannot pass. When there is an easy outlet for the rock, take 2. When there is an easy outlet for the groundwater, it forms a spring, but when there is none, the water accumulates above the impermeable layer and saturates the rock. The permeable rock in which the water is stored is called aquifer, while the surface of the saturated area is called the water table. The zones of water level. There are 3 zones of water level. These include 1. The zone of permanent saturation. Here, the pore spaces in a rock are always filled with water. 2. The zone of intermittent saturation. Here, the pore spaces in a rock contain water only after heavy rain. 3. The zone of non-saturation. This is where the pore spaces never contain water. In other words, they just allow water to pass through them. Major features of underground water. 1. Springs. Spring is formed when there is an easy outlet of water from the ground. It can also be formed where the water table meets the surface of the earth. 2. Wells. A well is formed when a hole is sunk into the ground far below the water table. Water then seeps out of the rocks into the hole to form a well. 3. Artesian basin. Artesian basin consists of a layer of permeable rock lying between 2 layers of impermeable rocks such that the whole forms a shallow syncline with one or both ends of the permeable rock layer exposed to the surface.